Hello everyone, it's Friday. Happy Friday. I just wanted to take a second to say that I'm so proud of all of you for the hard work that you guys are doing at home. And I wanted to tell you guys that I just miss you a bunch. And we've made it through another week. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. This is Friday DMR check. Let's get going. Okay, so skill number 1, finding the value of a set of coins. So here we have 1 quarter, 3 dimes, 1 nickel, and 3 pennies. I'm gonna go ahead and make my quarters. I've got 1 quarter, so I need to make a coin for my quarter. I have 3 dimes, so that's 1, 2, 3 coins for my dimes. I have 1 nickel and 3 pennies, 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm ready to label with my touch points, which I always label in the same order that I count. I go from the top to the bottom to the top to the bottom. So a quarter has 5 touch points. So I need to go top to bottom, punch them in the nose. I've got my 5 touch points. I've done my quarter. I can go ahead and cross that off. 3 dimes. So that a dime has 2 touch points. So top to bottom. There's 3 dimes though. I'm not done. Top to bottom. I've only got 2. I still need 1 more. Top to bottom. I've got 1, 2, 3 dimes. Cross it off my list, and I'm going to move on to my nickel. I have 1 nickel, and nickels only have 1 touch point, so that's a touch point on the top. And cross nickels. I have 3 pennies. I box my pennies because pennies are different than the other coins. They don't get touch points because each touch point is worth 5. So a penny is only worth 1. So that's not enough to even have 1 touch point. So we box our pennies to make sure that we count them by 1s and not 5s. I'm ready to count the value of each coin, and I'm going to label each coin's value as I count so that I don't forget where I am in counting. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to put the value underneath. 30, 35. 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I see my boxes. I stop counting by 5, start counting by 1s. 1 more than 60 is 61. Then 1 more is 62, and 1 more is 63. So the value of this set of coins is 63 cents, written in 2 ways. First, with the cent symbol, is 63 cents. With the dollar symbol goes on the left instead of the right. We don't have anything in the dollar spot because $1 is the same as 100 cents, and we have less than 100 here, so we don't have any dollars. So I put a 0 to hold that place and my decimal to separate dollars and cents, and 63. So 63 cents, 63 cents. If you got 63 cents for number 1, go ahead and give yourself a little star. The next skill we're working on for number 2 is ordering numbers from greatest to least. When I'm ordering or comparing numbers in any way, I always need to look at the greatest place value first. I see that I have 4 numbers here, and all the numbers in this group have 3 digits. That means they all go to the hundreds place. The hundreds place would be the place value that is the greatest here. So I'm going to go ahead and underline all my hundreds places in each number and compare them. So I have a 7, a 6, an 8, and an 8. I don't need to worry about the 10s and the 1s place here, just the hundreds place. 8 is the greatest number here. 8 is greater than 7 or 6, so I know 876 is going to go first. It's the greatest number in the group, 876. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cross that off and compare the next 3 numbers. I have a 7 in the hundreds place, 6 and 6. 7 is greater than 6, so I know that 767 is the next greatest number. So 767 goes next. Cross it off my list. And now I only have 2 numbers to compare, and both numbers have a 6 in the hundreds place. So that means I need to move to the tens place. So I'm going to go ahead and underline the tens place in both numbers. I have a 7 here in the tens place and a 5. I know that 7 is greater than 5. So 678 is the next greatest number, 678, and cross it off, which only leaves one number left, and that's 656. So 656. Okay? My numbers are now in order from greatest to least. Give yourself a star if you got that correct. Okay, the last skill we're working on today is comparing numbers. Okay, we're going to tell whether the numbers are greater than, less than, or equal to. So we start with just comparing the first two numbers here. And just like when you're ordering numbers, you look at the greatest place value first. Okay, so all three numbers have 4 digits. That means they have a thousands place. I'm going to go and underline the thousands place in the 2 digits that I'm comparing right now. They both have 1,000. So that means I need to go to the hundreds place now. The hundreds place, I'm going to go ahead and underline. I have a 1 and a 1. That's the same. So I need to go down to the tens place. And this number, I have 2 tens. And this number, I have 5 tens. I know that 5 is greater than 2. So my hungry alligator is always going to eat the larger number. Okay, now I'm going to compare my next 2 numbers right here. Starting in the greatest place value, they both have a thousands place. So I have a 1 in the thousands place here and a 1 in the thousands place here. Those are the same. So I need to go down to the hundreds place. I have a 100 in this number and 0 hundreds in this number. I know that I can stop right there because 1 is greater than 0. My hungry alligator is going to eat the larger number. Okay, so remember that, notice how the alligator mouth also kind of looks like arrows. So when the arrow, like this one, is pointed this way, that means greater than. Think of it like an arrow and think of a number line. When you go this way on a number line, the numbers get greater, right? So this is the sign for greater than. This sign kind of looks like the head of an arrow also. So think of it like an arrow and think of the number line. When numbers go this way on a number line, they're less. They get smaller as you go this way on a number line. So the sign that looks like this always means less than. And then equal to means that they're the same value. So the way to read this number sentence like you would a word sentence from left to right would be 1,123 is less than 1,156. 1,156, now the arrow's pointing this way, is greater than 1,087. Okay, so that's DMR for today. Go ahead and write your reflections and tell me how you did this week, what you still need help on, what is still confusing for you. Let me know if there's a way that I can help you further. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you Monday. Bye.